Hey guys, so it is me and today's video is going to be meet all of my pets. I've had a couple of people ask me like what pets do you have now, so I thought I would just do a video showing all of them and talking a little bit about each one of them. So the first pet I have to show you guys is one of my rabbits, and this is Lola. She is a mini lop mix and I've had her for about a year now. She was dropped off at a Petland because the owners were allergic to her, so they had to give her away. So they basically just dropped her off at a Petland. So then I adopted her. I'm not too sure on her age. I am going to assume she's about 2 to 4 years old, somewhere around that range. She is a very good bunny though. She is really curious. Sometimes she gets a little bit scared of people, but generally she is pretty friendly. She doesn't necessarily like to be pet all the time, but she will come up and chin you and nudge you sometimes when she does want to be pet. She also loves food, and she also likes to get into a lot of trouble. She has chewed a lot of my favorite items and also likes to throw her hay bin across the room. Next we have my other rabbit, and this is Cleo. Just to let anybody know, Lola and Cleo will be bonded together. I am just waiting because Cleo just got spayed about 2 weeks ago, so I do need to wait a couple more weeks before I can start the bonding process. Cleo is a mini lop and a lionhead mixed breed. She is about 5.5 months old. Her previous owner was a backyard breeder basically and was breeding the mother rabbit over and over again, and then the breeder, I guess, eventually was like to the shelter, here, take these rabbits. So they took the mom rabbit and all of the current babies, and that is how I ended up with Cleo. Cleo is a really nice bunny. She loves to binky and do zoomies around the house, and she's just crazy. She also is a very good climber. She will jump up into any high spot and loves to sit on top of something very high. So the next pet I have to show you guys is one of my hamsters. This is my black dominant spot long-haired Syrian hamster, and his name is Little Bear. I actually got Little Bear just a little bit ago, but I got him because my mom's friend had gotten a hamster and they actually just got bored of him and they didn't want him anymore, and they knew that I loved hamsters, so they asked me that if I would take him. Little Bear is such a sweet hamster. He is very tame. He does like to go and play in his cage, and he just is really friendly. I am going to say that he is about 6 to 8 months old. So that is Little Bear. So the next pet we have is the famous Basil. Basil is very famous on my channel for being grumpy and an escape artist. Basil was adopted from a rescue who had a litter of hamsters. The people had 2 Syrian hamsters together, a male and a female, so it was an accidental litter, and that is where Basil came from. Basil is actually around 1 year old, so he is an old man, which would explain his grumpiness. So next I have my crested gecko, Saffron. It might be a little bit hard for you to see him because he is a good hider. He also does not like to come out of his tank very often. It's very stressful for him to come out, so he prefers to just stay in there hidden without me interacting with him, which is fine. Reptiles don't really need to have any social interaction. But I did get Saffron from the same rescue that I got Basil from, and Saffron was just from a retired breeder. I guess the crested gecko breeder wasn't breeding anymore, so he gave all of his crested geckos to this rescue. If you can see that eyeball back there, that is Saffron, but I will insert some pictures of him so you guys can get a better look of him. So the last 2 pets I'm about to show you actually are family pets. I do not pay for them, but I still live with them, so I'm going to show you guys them. The first one is Isabella, our English bulldog. Isabella's birthday is December 23rd, so she is a Christmas baby, and she is 9 years old, which is fairly old for an English bulldog, as their lifespan is generally 8 to 10 years. Isabella was from a reputable breeder, And yeah, that is basically Isabella. She loves my parents and not so much me, even though she was meant to be my dog, but she really despises me. We do still get along, but I'm her least favorite person. So the last pet that I have is my cat, Callie. Callie is a tortoiseshell cat, and she is estimated to be around 14 years old, even though she is so playful, and she's actually such a good cat. She is so different from any other cat. She is basically like a dog, and she lets you pick her up and do anything you want with her. She also loves people and attention. Callie was actually adopted or rescued. I'm not sure what you would use. She was a stray, and she kind of showed up at our house and was living in our like backyard porch, and it was like, I think it was January, so it was very, very cold out, and she was living there. And one day my mom just kind of let her in, and then we decided to take her to the vet, and she had no chip or anything like that. So we decided to take her in as our own and got her spayed and all her vaccinations and things like that. And she is the best cat ever. So yeah guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!